Dolvine here, dolvine.com. I'm replacing my back window, it got smashed out. I have this grill cover head rack thing on there, so I gotta take this off first, and I got one side out, but the other side is bolted out, so I might have to untake that bolt somehow, drill it out, or cut it off or something, so that's gonna be a pain in the ass here first of all, so that's my first step. So I'm pulling out the back window here. I didn't have safety goggles, so I'm wearing my shades, so it might be a little dark. This window is cracked here, so I had it duct tape up holding it on, and the tint was actually holding all the glass pieces together, and this Gorilla Tape actually held up pretty good through a couple of rains to get it before I could take it off, so it's mostly cracked. So I'm going to take this and go around the rubber. You can see the rubber hanging there below at the top, so I'm going to go around here, and I can feel the window coming out already. It's still attached in a few spots down here, and I'm trying not to break glass everywhere. I can hear it dropping, so you could don't mess up the rubber gripping in here. It's falling back right now, if you can see that. I'm stuck. Man, that tape is good. Alright, it's falling back here. I can feel glass. And there she goes. I'm held on by something. So I had some tape on the inside. Okay, that might be good. I can hold it here. But I have the camera on here. Alright, you're gonna have to look at me because I can't stop the camera, and I need to move. Uh-oh. I don't want to get glass all over me and have this thing drop, which I have my bed toolbox. Okay, cool. So the window's falling out here. I should have gotten somebody else to help me, but I got it caught on the toolbox here to brace it. So yeah, there's the window. And I got tape here that was holding it up from the inside that I'm peeling off. I got a little on there. I want to get this tape off the rubber tracking and keep that in place. Make sure to wear gloves. Alright. Now I'm sticking again on this fucking tape. Yeah, you hear that? Alright. So I got the glass off. Kind of in one piece. So there's the window. If you can see that. On top of the toolbox here. And then the tracking in the corner here, glass falling. So I got it out. Don't have a back window. I should just fucking cut the top of this fucking thing off and make it a convertible truck. Piece of shit it is, but figure I better replace this back window. Huh. Yeah, there's the step for you. The next step I'm doing right now is removing all the extra glass that's in the little line area where the new glass is going to sit. There's glass pretty much all the way around that tracking, that rubber tracking, so it's kind of a pain to get out. Just start at one edge and then just work your way around one piece that'll get everything out, just clearing it. And you kind of got to get on both sides of the rubber where the glass is on each side touching. I don't know if it's glued on or it's just been in there for so long where that it's, you know, kind of sticking to the edge of that tracking. So make sure not to rip that rubber tracking if you haven't already. Otherwise, they could, you know, if you can't find one, they can get expensive for your, you know, your truck or whatever. And, so that's what I'm doing right now. Just be careful. Wear your safety glasses and gloves, and yeah, don't rip the rubber. Alright, that's what I'm doing for this step right here. I'm going to go get my gloves. You don't really want to watch me do that, but just be careful. There's glass down in them grooves there. I don't know if you can see. I might have cleaned this. There might be a few that you got to go back over and clear out so the new glass fits in there good. Alright, that's this step for now. Okay, so I got my window here. You're looking at the back side of the window. I actually got lucky. I found this window on eBay for 28 bucks, and it was local pickup only, and it happened to be like 45 minutes from where I live. So I lucked out on finding a cheap window, and the rubber gasket I had off my truck originally was still good. So that worked out. So right now I'm putting string in the rubber gasket in between where it's going to go on the frame of the truck. So I'm going to leave myself some slack here, and then I'm going to feed the string I'll show you a better view here. I'm doing this inside. So I left this much string hanging out, and then I used a pen here that I fed the string into, so the string goes in that groove, and I'm using this pen to feed the string into that grommet. You don't have to have this, but doing that will really help get the string in the groove where you need it. So I'm just using this pen that I hollowed out to just feed the string in that groove, and then you're going to use the string to flip. This is on the inside of your truck. You're going to use this string to flip this over the frame of your truck. So you want to make sure you get that rope in there, and then you're going to take the rope all the way across. Make sure to keep it tight in there, and then you're going to come all the way around. I should have cleaned that off first. I didn't have a razor blade. I'm doing this inside right now. And then bring it all the way through, down in here, and then you're going to push that in, and then overlap the other end of it, and then bring it up over here. And that's where you're going to start pulling once you get it in your truck. So I'm going to do that here, and I'll show you what it looks like. Alright, so I have that rope on in between the rubber here, and I went to test putting it on, so I just hooked that lip on here, and it seemed like I was just doing a test run, but I just pushed it right on, and I kind of gave it a wedge in the corner to see if it was going to fit right, and I think I got a good start, so I was going to leave it. I was going to show doing that, but for my test one it worked pretty good, so I don't want to mess that up, so I'm going to go on the inside and see how it's looking in there. I got it taped up right now just to make sure that it doesn't fall out. So I'll go show you what the inside's looking like right now. Alright, so this bottom part looks alright. This rubber is over the frame. There's no plastic right here. So the rubber's over the frame, but then you see right here in the corner, I got to get that lip around the frame there. So I want to make sure I get that in there, and then I'm going to keep pushing it that way. That way. So that's good. And then if you see over here how the lip starts to come off, and then it's behind there, so I might be able to get that on the outside. So I'm gonna go try that, mess with it a little more on the outside, and then I'm gonna come back to these ropes here and see if that rope will help me guide it along on the outside. And I'm thinking I'm gonna need pressure pushing in from the back here, so that's where I'm at. Alright, so I'm gonna start pulling. Actually, I'm gonna have to set the camera. Alright, so got it over the grommet here, and I'm pulling on this rope, and I gotta get this lip around this corner here. So I got it. Oop. Alright, feeding it. Kind of looking at how it should go over. Don't rip the rubber. See, I'm thinking I might unback it up a little bit and then just start it first in the corner, push it, and then fuck with that other side after. Fuck. Kind of be careful, you know, it's glass and shit. I need a stronger rope. It's kind of coming though. Alright, there she goes. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Pulling more. I'm pulling more at a back angle now. I should have cleaned up this fucking glass though. Alright, alright. Going slow. I don't wanna rip the rope. I'm gonna have to, I'm thinking push it down too. So I'm over. I definitely can tell I gotta go more this way if I'm gonna get that other side in. I'm gonna worry about that once I get this rope or this rubber. Alright, make sure you're catching that frame though. You don't want to miss that frame. I'm gonna go from the other side and push it this way. Actually, no, I'm gonna wait to do that. Yeah, I'm getting close. Maybe just slide it. So I'm pushing in from the outside and pulling on this rope. Alright, I had to take a break because I don't want to fuck this part up. Coming around this corner up here. So I got it around the frame up to the top corner there. So I'm gonna like push down on it from out here and get it like much in that corner as I can. I'm gonna take a break for a second here. Alright, that's going alright here. We'll see. Alright, so I'm trying to get around this top corner here. This is the rope. I'm going to be pushing it as I pull to make sure I get that. Make sure you're all the way pushed down. Pull that rope. Kind of make sure you don't have it bunched up from the top. I'm gonna try pulling back. Oh, alright. Alright. Make sure that catches though, otherwise you don't have the rope. Oh, I heard something pop. I think that was good. Starting to look flush on the outside. Alright. Alright. Kind of getting around that corner. Come on, parkour. Hope losing the camera. The camera's just sitting on the back seat headrest on a tripod. Fuck. Maybe use gloves so it doesn't hurt your hands. I just fucking hurt my finger. Maybe I should put gloves on. Fuck it. Yeah, I might put gloves on. I mean, I was wearing gloves before. This is a different day. I had to go pick up this window and I didn't clean the glass up first. Probably would have been a good idea, but fuck it. I'll clean that up. I just wanted to get this in. Alright. Kind of pull at that rope in different angles. Make sure that it's all the way down. And alright. Get it a little further and then go from the outside. Here, I'll show you the outside. So it's looking flush, but then when you get up to the top here, that's where I'm getting stuck up at. So I might take like a flathead, jam that down in there, give it a little push for the rope to help the rope. I might do that actually here right now. Alright, so I made it like 4 or 5 inches around this top bend. Just kind of, pulling in different directions. Pulling back, trying to like pull the rubber inward and down, pushing it down and in. The rubber's coming over, but it's not as flush as I'd like it to be. I'm hoping that'll pop out once I get it all around. I'm getting a little leeway. There goes a good one. Go slow. Don't rip the rubber, don't rip the rope. Take your time. The gloves are definitely helping though. And what helped to get it going was I went outside and I pushed down. If you have some better like gripper thing to push down would help. Be careful, you know, don't push too hard. pushing in, you know, here and there too from the outside will help you out once you get it moving a little. I don't really know which is the best way to pull the rope. Sometimes you just gotta, you could sand it might help, but I felt it and it didn't really feel like any spots needed sanding where the rope could get caught up on. Alright, here she goes. Alright, we're going. That's a good one there. Alright, there we go. That was a good. Now I'm going to push in from the outside and down. Whew, I need to take off this hoodie. Alright. Alright, so I don't know if you can see that. I was down here. Now I'm here almost to the light. Can never tell where this camera's pointing. And I'm just going to keep feeding that. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go over to this side. I think it might be easier to get this corner going around here. And then do that edge and then do that top last later. That'll give me a little slack to play with here in case I need it. So that lip. Alright. Got the rope already in the center here over the lip. Alright, here we go. I'm pushing in from the outside. Alright, she's going. This corner I feel like gonna be a bitch. That's why you want it all the way that way now. Alright. Alright, I'm right to the corner. I should have moved this fucking wire. Serious satellite wire here. I think that's stuck on there though. Alright. Alright. Come on. Alright, I'm right at this corner here. Trying to lip that rubber on the frame of the truck. Oh, pushing that down. I might not actually push that down on there quite yet all the way. That'll give me more slack to play with here. I'm gonna make sure I'm all the way in. Help yourself out as much as you can. I think I might have held the move just a little. That might help. Kind of hooking it. I can see it. It's not where I want it. That's gonna be a bitch. Fuck. I'm I'm gonna come back from the top angle and then just fucking deal with that at the end. Maybe use like a pick tool or something. Thinking if I get the top, it'll push it in more and help me leverage it a little bit instead of me having to. Here's my light. Because if I come from the rope from this way, it'll pull that piece. Look! Still filming. Alright, I'm just going to leave this here. Oh. I didn't want to have to edit this, but probably should. Alright, I'm going over on the top. Alright. Push in again. Kind of wiggling it helps. Alright. That was a good one. I'm gonna push in. I'm gonna have to get up there. Alright. Ooh. Alright. Still catching the frame. Alright. So this top corner might be hard here too. Alright. Ooh. More tiring than I was expecting. Alright, I'm gonna take a break here before hitting this corner. Got 2 corners left. Probably be the harder 2 ones, we'll see. Hopefully not. Alright, so I got the top corner, this side back wall, and the bottom corner. And I'm thinking coming at it from the top corner first is going to be the best option. Right at that top corner here, you can see the rope. And then you just get that rubber on the inside of the frame. You can sometimes see where you're getting caught up on the rubber and kind of pull on the rope the best way to get that rubber on the inside. See how we're doing at the bottom here. Flip that around. I can tell I gotta come in more. I'm gonna give it another window. Ow, fuck. I can feel I'm starting to pull the rope up now. When I'm pulling, it's pulling the rope. It's not pulling the rubber, it's pulling the rope. So I might grab like a pick tool actually. Alright. I had this stupid thing holding on a wire. I'm just gonna rip that off. Kind of catching up the rubber on the outside. Grab the flathead. I'm going to try and push that grommet or that rubber. Pushing the rubber in between the outside of the frame and the rubber on the outside. Keep pushing. It wants to slide back out, but and I'm going to push on the rubber too from the bottom. Come on. Alright, I'm going to get some spray lube, I think. Might help that rubber slide a little bit better. Maybe grab a pick tool. See if that helps. Okay, so I got a little bit around this corner here. I took the flathead and I pushed that, I could see the rope. Pushed it out a little bit and I pushed that rope and that rubber back into the window, fitting as much as I could. And I could see where I was pushing. Oh, we got some sirens going off. So I'm wedging that flathead. Ahead of where I'm pulling on the rope. I'm not really too worried. I might be scratching it, but it's going to be under where the rubber sits, and I don't really care. But if you don't want to scratch it, be careful or do something else. Let's fire or tornado siren? I knew this last part would be a son of a bitch. Alright. Pushing and sliding. I'm gonna hold that bottom rope so it doesn't pull out. Pulling in, kind of working it down. That's going good. See that? It's a good move. Pull it in and back and around. Alright. I'm gonna be very careful here at the end. I got like fucking 8 inches to the corner and I just gotta wrap that bitch right around. Alright, I'm gonna give it a push, make sure I got all the way in. That way and that way. Might as well give it a pushing up too. That'll help. Alright. I'm going to push in again. Go ahead. Whew. So I grabbed the neighbor one. I needed help holding it. Alright. Alright. Come on. I'm doing that swoop in, like I'm grabbing the rubber and then pulling it down and then up to give it. You want to feed it from the back side to the front side pretty much. Alright, I felt her sliding out again. Again, I'm going to push in. I felt her a little bit on that push, that might be good. Alright. Then kind of check to see how you're doing, you know, making sure everything's in place. That's you got over before. It might help to move this seat to give you some more room. It's kind of getting in my way here. If I have to, I might have to pull this seat back if I can get in there. I got the fucking corner in like 2 inches here. Alright. This is the last fucking part I gotta get around here. Boom! I think I got it. Still recording? I think I got it. A little place on the outside I think I can just pop right in. I give it a check here and hopefully I got her in right. And she doesn't break again. Alright, Dolzine here, dolzine.com. Like the video, subscribe. I may add a little bit more here once I make sure it's all in there and everything. If there's any more tips I can think of, I'll write this all down on my blog there. You can check it out. Alright, have a good one.